Good morning. Normally, I don't like to be sitting down when I'm speaking with you. I like to be standing up. That's the way I do well when instructing. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something today. First off, I want to thank everyone who showed up on Thursday. Now, again, it wasn't required. You didn't have to do it. But I was so glad to see you guys. You know, one of the reasons why I do this job, and I've been doing it for so long, number one, it's not a job. It really isn't. But number two, it's the engagement. I love talking with you. I love learning about who you are and what you're about. And of course, watching you get so involved in a great course like Intro to Mass Media, whether it's movies and TV, radio, of course, the internet, and that kind of thing. And something happened during the afternoon session. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, because I think I might have mentioned it at the beginning of the semester. I'm not sure. But I don't think I went too much into this. So I went on this rant on Thursday afternoon. Now, those who were there Thursday afternoon, I'm sorry, you're going to hear it again. But I want everybody to hear this rant. Now, when I say a rant, this is actually a very good rant. You know, when we talk especially about the television landscape and how things have changed so much over the last 10 to 12 years, and I mean really have changed to where we're watching network television almost become irrelevant, and with streaming becoming such a high priority for the consumer, and the consumer, of course, is you guys. But one of the things I wanted to make sure that you understood, especially taking this class, this is something that we would dig into if we were face-to-face on a regular basis, but, you know, not being able to be face-to-face, not being able to engage you, not being able to just ask for a show of hands and pick somebody to go ahead and contribute, or having all of you be able to contribute to the discussion. It's something that I guess slips my mind sometimes. But I ranted about it the other day, and I want to make sure you hear this rant, that all of you hear this rant. You know, a lot of this television landscape, a lot of it that has changed just in the last 10 years or so is because of you. Yeah. You're sitting there watching me on the computer in New Milford or in Westwood or in Hackensack or, North Arlington, and you're wondering, what the hell is Eccles talking to me? I didn't do anything. Well, yeah, actually you did. Or at least a lot of young people. Young people, college-age people, even if you want to break it down a little bit more, community college-aged young people are the ones that have really changed this landscape. You know, when I used to watch a TV show, let's say I had a favorite TV show. We'll take a modern one. Let's say Chicago Fire, which is on NBC. Let's say that was my favorite TV show. And I'm not sure exactly when. I'll say Wednesday. So let's say it airs Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. Well, on a Wednesday, I'm a college student, so I was going to class all day, and then I had to work at night. So I missed Chicago Fire. Yeah, maybe I have my VCR, but I forgot to set it. So I missed Chicago Fire. Now, this is October. Well, that episode of Chicago Fire that I missed, I'm not going to be able to see that episode until it goes into reruns either in the spring or in the summer next year. That's the way TV was for decades. But it was you, young people. You're the ones who said, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm a college student. Prime time is 8 to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday, 7 to 11 p.m. on Sunday. But you know what? As a college student, I'm working those hours. I'm even working on Sundays. That's what I do as a college student. I don't have the time to be in a living room or sitting in front of a television set between 8 to 11 p.m. to watch the shows that I want. I want to watch that show when I'm able to do it. Now, at first came the DVR. But even then, people were not happy. The networks were not happy with DVRs. Because they would tell the net or their sponsors, this, hey, Procter & Gamble, hey, Budweiser, hey, Chevrolet, this is the amount of people that'll be watching at this time. And a lot of times the DVR didn't really, do the count. So if too many people were taking advantage of DVR, it wouldn't count with the ratings. and they would come up short. And then, of course, Budweiser saying, well, you promised me 18 million viewers. There was only 15 million. I better get some makeups. So eventually, Nielsen found a way to start counting DVRs, DVR what, but it had to be done by 2 a.m. Well, you might watch it the next day. And then, of course, came your ideas where, no. I want to watch it when I feel like it. And I don't want to have to worry about a DVR or anything like that. I just want to go, when I get in front of a TV, that's when I want to watch it. And again, college students, okay? When are you watching? You may not be watching in prime time. You're watching at 3 o'clock in the morning when you first get home. Or, and let's be honest here, as I'm tripping over you in the hallways at Bergen as you're sitting between classes. And there are certain hallways, especially that one hallway between the C wing and the S wing, all right? There are people sitting there because it's kind of got some open space. And if you got 2 hours between classes, what are you doing? You're watching something. You could be binge watching one of your Netflix shows or something on Hulu or Amazon, okay? And you're watching when you feel like it. And this is what Netflix picked up on. Netflix was the one that listened to you people. They're the ones that listened to you and said, okay, that's what they want to do. Let's make sure it's, not just one episode. Or even then, maybe if I did catch the episode of Chicago Fire Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, I'm like, oh man, I love this show. Now I have to wait till next week to watch the next episode. I don't want to do that. Netflix is the one that said, all right, we'll give you the entire season. That was unprecedented, people. When Netflix first did that, it was only I think the first time they only did it was 8 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. Where they had their hit show, House of Cards, the first ever original series by Netflix, which ended up winning Emmy Awards, was very well received. They would give you an entire season all at once. And then you could go ahead and, of course, one of those great new phrases in our vocabulary, you could then binge watch. And again, there were things on regular TV or even cable TV, whether network TV or cable TV that just didn't interest you. So you could go to Netflix and you could find the series that you like and watch a couple episodes, then do what you need to do. Maybe tomorrow or 2 days from now, I'll watch the next couple of episodes if I want. And I'll do it when I want on my time. And Netflix is the one that really took off with this. And that's why they became the standard bearer. Of course, they're now starting to lose some subscriptions, but we'll get into that later on. But the bottom line is that Netflix, Hulu, these streaming services, the idea of presenting an entire series, all episodes, all at the same time, is because of you. You, young people. And it's one of the reasons why I love teaching this class. Now, I always loved teaching this class. I've been teaching it here at Bergen since 2000. But in the last 8 years, it has been amazing because... And, sometimes I have to have you shaking your heads in disbelief because you don't realize it. You, who I'm talking to right now, you're the ones who have driven it to where it is today. You're the ones that said, I want this and I want it now. I want it when I feel like it. Okay? I want to watch this episode, and if I like this show, let's say, for example, a very popular Netflix series right now is Ozark. Okay? A lot of people are clamoring for that 4th season. But people, could you imagine? For you who are Ozark fans, and I'm a huge Ozark fan, could you imagine watching a season or at least an episode of Ozark, and at the end not being able to watch it till next week, even though I got 3 hours to kill? No, you got to wait till next week for the next episode. No, you guys would go crazy. Yet that used to be the norm. As a matter of fact, one show that I think really suffered because it came in right at the, its final season, even though it was very successful on Fox. It went 9 seasons. But it was one of those shows where you had to have the next episode immediately, and it was hard to wait a week. And that was with Kiefer Sutherland, the show 24. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it before. It did go for 9 seasons. It was excellent. To me, it was one of the more well-written shows on television. But that was the kind of show where, oh my God, I got to wait till next week for the next episode. And of course, it was right at the end. So if you missed that, and it was one of the worst things, especially in the first 3 or 4 seasons. If you missed 1 or 2 episodes, you stopped watching because it was in real time. It was 24 episodes. Each episode was the hour of a day. So if you missed 2 episodes, you're like, oh, I'm done. I can't watch the season because I already missed 2 episodes. I missed 2 hours. I missed like the entire plot, and you would stop watching. If 24 had come out now, I think it would be one of the most popular television shows ever, because you'd watch the first episode and you wouldn't be able to put down the remote, and you'll end up finding yourself falling asleep after 5 hours binge watching. But yeah, this is you guys. And that's why I'm so glad that you guys are in this class, and I so wish that we were face-to-face, because this class, as much as any class that's on campus at Bergen, this class really needs to be face-to-face. Because, and again, I can't do synchronous because so many of you have had your lives turned upside down since you registered for this class because of the COVID emergency. Remember, some of you registered for this class as early as May. And in May, we actually thought we were coming back. I actually thought we were coming back for summer session. And then I thought, well, at least we're coming back for the fall. So some of you may have felt the same way, and some of you have changed jobs on numerous occasions since you registered for this class because of COVID. So we can't do it synchronously. But this is the kind of class where I just put something out there and then I listen to what you all have to say. Like I said, you guys are the reason, students that is, the reason why I finally cut the cord and started to stream. And now, my wife and I just one day, I told her, I says, babe, this is ridiculous. I'm paying $6 a month for each of the HD boxes we're renting. That's what Optimum was charging me. So I took a credit card that my wife had, and she had all these points on it, used the points to buy 5 Amazon Fire Sticks, and the rest, they say, is history. We've been streaming. And I got that advice from you. Students would tell me in class, Eccles, why are you still having cable? Why do you have cable boxes? I stream everything now. And they told me about different services till I settled on YouTube TV. It's you guys. You guys drive this class. You guys make this class successful. And I love it. And I wanted to make sure that you knew that what's going on in the television landscape of this country, and not just the television, also with the internet, social media, streaming, all of it. All of it is because of you guys. You young people are the ones that are driving this. And it's been amazing to watch, because I've never seen so many people, and I have to say this honestly, having now taught this class for over 20 years, I've never seen so many people who didn't realize that they were the driving force. That when you look at one of the biggest companies, the media companies in history, Netflix or Disney Plus now, okay, or some of these other streaming, you guys did that. You're responsible for that. And to watch your faces suddenly come to that realization, it's like, oh yeah, I guess we are responsible. So I did want to get that out there today. It was something that happened on Thursday, and it just made me like, I got to say it. I got to say this to everybody. But thank you again for those who joined me on Thursday. It was so wonderful to be able to just engage. All right. So tune in Thursday morning. We're going to begin the movies chapter. All right. And I want that to sink into your minds, that what is happening on the TV landscape is because of you. We'll see you.